Live now. Okay, 11 April 2021, and today we've got a very interesting guest as part of our update, and we've got Madube. Madube, how are you?
Good evening, Gambakwe and the viewers at home. How are you?
Fantastic. And I think what we need to do today is we want to have a very different kind of discussion. Yesterday, we talked about Zimbabweans and how we are investing through another group which is investing in Zimbabwe. And today, I want us to talk to Madube. Madube, you are a farmer. You're a new farmer. And you have bought a farm here in South Africa. Can you tell me more about your farm and what you've been doing?
Okay, what have I done is that I got a farm down in Limpopo. I hope you can hear me very well. Down in Limpopo, and as a new farmer and a woman, what I decided to do is that I realized that women, there's a less percentage of women who are doing farming, and looking at what COVID has done, most people have lost their jobs, and I tried to figure out what could be the best thing to do during this time, and farming was one of the things that I preferred to do as a woman. And I was just inspired by, like, I grew up in the rural areas, and my grandfather was a farmer, and I did not do like a course of farming or what, but the experience is from my grandfather. And I think this is the right time for me to venture into farming.
Okay, but you are also a professional. Yes, so tell me about that. You decided to go into farming.
Yes.
How do you juggle being a professional and doing farming in South Africa?
Well, as a young woman, and I guess that there is no limit to what one can do, and I cannot be focused on one way of my profession. As I'm working full time. I've got a full-time job, and for me, working, um, it's good. It's a very good thing that I am working. But if you work for someone, you there is a time when you have to retire. There is a time where by maybe the company is not doing well and it has to close down, or with all what's going on now with COVID, we have seen most companies closing down. The economic is really affected. So I'm that kind of a person whom I don't want to work until I retire at an age of 60, because I think when I'm 60 there is nothing more that I can do. But if I retire at a young age, I'll be able to do something for myself.
Okay, and then your decision to do farming in South Africa instead of in Zimbabwe. What was the logic behind that?
Okay, I would have done it back home, but the problem was that I spend most of my time here. So going up and down, regarding that, I've got a full-time job here. It was going to be very difficult for me to run a farm back home. So I think it was a great opportunity for me to do farming here in South Africa, where I can be able to multitask with my job. I can go down there weekend and do whatever I'm doing in the farm and come back and work.
Okay. And so far, what kind of produce or crops have you been farming on your farm? And give us a brief description of the farm.
Okay. So right now I didn't do much in the farm, but I had to plow like maize a little bit, and it was just to test and see what is good for the soil. So it was just basic things to see what can work, um, which is maize, green beans, and the farm is good like avocado trees, so avocados, and yeah, and
Okay, you're
mangoes.
being modest. You're being modest because what you just told me there is amazing. You've got maize, green beans, you've got avocado, you've got mangoes. That's amazing. Are you already selling your produce?
I did sell a little bit. I did sell a little bit, but now I'm gonna go down there for harvest. So which also I will sell it.
Okay. Your market, who is your market at the moment?
The people around that place. So that's where I've been selling the things. You know, there are street vendors where they come and buy to to sell on the streets. Yeah, those are the people that I have been um, selling to.
Okay. Then in terms of infrastructure on the farm, what is there? Do you have irrigation on your farm?
Yes, it is. There is irrigation, so
Okay.
it's very affordable to run a farm. It's not much. It's not expensive. That is one of the advantages. You know, when you get an opportunity like that, you look at how much you're going to spend, and you look at how, even if you spend that much, how are you going to get something back? So to me it was like, a very great opportunity to get that farm, because you know, hiring the equipment is not costly, and yeah, working there,
Okay.
yeah I decided to have people that will be working there, and it's not gonna cost me as much as well.
Okay. Then in terms of government support, do you think the South African government supports young farmers?
I think the South African government do support young farmers, but I think we are not standing up. We are not going out there to get that support from the government. But I think if you can give yourself the opportunity to be out there, be known, you know, make yourself be to be able to contact the government, you know, and the departments that can help you, I think they'll certainly help you. But
Okay. And then,
we are not taking that advantage. The support is there,
okay.
but
Yeah.
we don't
Okay.
go out
You
there
said
with the work.
you've got cheap water, you've
Mm-hmm.
got electricity, I guess.
Yes,
Okay. And you've got a market nearby. People now know where you are.
yes.
Do you think you can make a living on farming in South Africa?
Oh, oh yes, definitely. There is no doubt in that. It's only if I commit myself. It's all about commitment, you know, working hard, and making sure that whatever I'm doing, looking after the crops, doing the right thing, and doing everything that is necessary to do, yeah, I don't think, I'm certain that one can make a living, and I'm one of those people who's going to make a living. I'm just looking at what I got from that small portion. So I think yes.
Okay, and now let's look at the bigger picture. As a young woman, do you think other young women are thinking the way you are thinking? Going out there and starting a venture in agriculture. You say it's not difficult, it can easily be done. What can other young women do to be in the same position as you?
Opportunities won't look for you. You look for opportunities. When you get them, you grab them and run with them. And I think anyone can do it, and women, I think as young women, we are capable. We are capable, really. We can go out there and make it.
Okay. So I think we have exhausted a lot of the overview on this farm. So what I would do is one day when I get an opportunity, I want to come to the farm and I want to do like a video when I'm on site, if that is okay with you.
Certainly, that will be great. That will be great, and you are more than welcome.
Right. Thank you very much, Madube. And I think I'll let you go for today. And
okay.
I think you can just say goodbye to all our guests who are watching you.
Okay. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for joining us. And I would like to encourage women that we can do it. Farming is the way to go. And when I look at you can't run a loss in the farm unless or otherwise you are you are not working hard. But if you put your mind into farming and to do everything that is necessary, and it's not that if you have got passion with farming, it doesn't mean that you have to have that much experience, because there are so many farmers that are experienced that you can talk to, that you are willing to help. The help is there, even the support from the government is there. It's only that for you to engage with the right people who will direct you what to do, and then we are capable as women to go as far into farming.
Right. Thank you very much, Madube. We'll talk again very, very soon. And I hope to visit your farm and also to show the other guys what is there at the farm. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Gambakwe, and the viewers at home. Thank you. Goodbye.
Okay. Cheers.
Okay. Bye.
Right. So we are very, very happy that we talked to Madube about the farm. And I would like us to learn a lot from what is happening. The way people are thinking is changing. And we need to understand this and to make sure that as we proceed, we are aware of what is happening. So I want to go into today's update on our project. And most of you have been in the WhatsApp group since yesterday morning. And we've closed our WhatsApp group today at 6 o'clock. So let me give now a summary of what happened this week, where we are going, where we are, what resolutions we've made, what decisions we've made, and also my general feeling about everything. So firstly, I want to give the membership report. That is where I always start. We now have 51 members over the past 2 weeks. 51 people have joined. And I am going to encourage everyone who is watching to join our group We're doing very, very well. And there is the number on the screen. You can join us. You call me first before you join so that we understand what we're doing. And we are going to 100 members. That is our target. And we hope that within the next 6 months, we'll be at that number. I've got a number of people that have already asked to join. So we're going to have more people this week. And we're going to do very, very well. Now, I want to, so I've gone to I've done the membership report. There is 51 of us now. Let me now go to the financial report. We've been collecting money through YouTube membership. So all of you that have become members of our YouTube channel, we've been collecting money. We are going to come back to you with a plan to reduce the 30%. So what to reduce the 30% so that we don't keep paying 30% every time someone pays money. So there's a plan that is going to come up. As soon as I get to Zimbabwe, we're going to make a plan, and I'll advise you in the WhatsApp groups what we're going to do. Then I want us to talk about the accountant. So I've been trying to get hold of an accountant that is going to do a financial statement every month. Unfortunately, we have not finalized with the accountant. I need to sit down with our accountant and we finalize. So approximately, as things stand now, we'll be collecting about 50,000 rands a month. But if we reduce the YouTube fee, we'll be collecting 75,000 a month as it stands with 50 people. But as we get 100, we'll be collecting 100,000 a month. If we reduce the YouTube fee, we'll be collecting 150,000 rands a month. That's a very, very neat amount of money. We are doing extremely great, and we're going to have 1 million at the end of our this first year. When I have 1 million rands, and 1 million rands can make a big difference. You can do a lot with that kind of money. We're going to be very, very liquid, and everything is going to be transparent and above board. And let me tell you, everyone is excited. I know it is new. 2 weeks is a short period of time, but we've done so much. We've done great. And this is a life-changing project among the Zimbabweans. And if you're watching me and you're not yet a member, I encourage you to join. Tabeth Majindu, what is it all about? So let me give you a quick description. Tabeth, the project that we are setting up here is a grouping of Zimbabweans who have come together, and our plan is to form an investment group. And our first project will be a housing project, which has got a business component. So if you join us, we plan to use a number of methods to create this investment group to participate in the economy. But at the best of everything, it's going to be a housing project for all the members, and also a business component where we're also going to be building things like a shopping mall, a church, filling stations in that place. So there'll be a housing side and a business side, and you'll be able to participate as a member of the cooperative. So we've decided to do this as a cooperative. And you can do this by simply becoming a member, paying the fee for 12 months, and then the decisions will be made collectively. So that is basically what we're doing here, and a lot of people are already in. Before I go, I want to see one-on-one says he's very proud of Madube, and I am very proud of Madube. She's done great. She is an inspiration to many, many young women. And if we continue with this as Zimbabweans, if we continue to work on ways of improving ourselves, we're going to get our dignity back. What is happening now, where we have our people on the streets, people not using their capability and their potential to the highest level, that needs to end. There is nothing that can stop us if we are focused. We need to focus. We need to move from this mentality of running away from everywhere, going to this country, going to that one, and not doing anything. We need to own, we need to own, we need to develop, and we need to go back to our roots and make everything work. So let me not make this long. We have uploaded the WhatsApp discussions that we had today on Gambakwe.com. I've sent the link on the WhatsApp group. If you click, you need to log in, then you'll be able to read everything that we discussed in summary, all the decisions that we made, all the proposals, all the suggestions, all the questions. It's there. You can also read the one from last week. It is also there. All the discussions, suggestions, and questions. They are there every week. Our WhatsApp administrator consolidates everything, and he puts it there on Gambakwe.com. So please go to the WhatsApp group, click the link, log in, and go in there, and let us discuss it. So now let me discuss with you quickly the questions. So this is the same thing that is in the WhatsApp log. I'm just clarifying it so that you all know what we discussed. If you've got a question, you can put it here and I'll answer it for you. Question number 1, are we all paying in US dollars? Yes, at the moment we're all paying in US dollars. YouTube converts your money from whatever currency to US dollars. Question, are we going to be invited for an all-stakeholder meeting in South Africa? The answer is no. No one is going to be invited to South Africa. The general meeting is going to be held on Zoom. So as soon as we get to 100 members, we're going to have a general meeting on Zoom. Right. The other thing is, when I joined this project, I thought it was for property investment. When I listen to Gambakwe's videos, it sounds like it's not for property investment. Maybe we're getting into property. Can someone please help me? Okay, so this project is not just a property investment. You're not just getting a house. This is an investment group for Zimbabweans in the diaspora. So the first project we're going to do is a housing project, where we're all going to develop a housing project, but it will have a business component. After we're done with that, we're going to move into other areas. So all of you are going to be partners together in future. Let me tell you why this is good. If you're in Australia, I had a guy who came to visit me from Australia last year. He came to Zimbabwe. He had to pay for his own flight. He went to Zimbabwe by himself. He went and negotiated with the people in Zimbabwe. After that, he bought a piece of land. He developed it by himself. He managed it by himself. He sent every cent by himself. What we're going to do here is all of us are going to be doing this together. So when Gambakwe drives to Zimbabwe, he's going to be driving for all of you. When I negotiate with someone in Zimbabwe, I'm negotiating for all of you. When we build, we're all going to build at once with a partner, a developer. And there will be one builder, one architect. There will be one piece of material, not 10 bricks. There will be one brick. Everyone who would carry cement, they'll be carrying one truck of cement instead of 100 trucks of cement. You are going to save a lot of money. You're going to have a house quicker and cheaper. And it is going to be done immediately. So you're not going to wait 10 years to build a house. We are going to be building our house in 1 year. You have your house, you have your business. And then we're going to work out arrangements for paying. So the advantage here is you do it all together, you do it cheaper, and you go into a community where you're also going to have a business, which is a much, much smarter way of doing it. So I'm going to keep repeating this over and over again. This is a totally different thing to what has ever been done in Zimbabwe. Plus, we're going to be able to change our country, because when we're 100, we are very, very powerful. Imagine yourself, how long does it take you to raise $5,000? If you're at a job right now, if you are 100, if we say today we want to raise $5,000, very, very easy. All of us, we have to take out, I don't know, I think you take out $50 and we have 5,000. easy. It's not the same if you're alone. That is why the cooperative model works so well. But the best of a cooperative model is good management, transparency, and a culture of making decisions based on consensus. So I want to encourage you, when you're making decisions, make them based on consensus and also on transparency. Let everything be above board. No matter what it is, if it's clear, then it will be easier for us to do our things. And also, we need to avoid talking too much. We cannot spend time talking all the time. That's why on the WhatsApp group, we close it between Monday and Friday. Talking will get us nowhere. Zimbabweans have been talking for years. Nothing has come out. So let us focus, and we're going to achieve this. Right, then there was an opinion. We hired a lawyer. She wrote an opinion, and I've shared this opinion on the WhatsApp group. If you did not see the opinion, WhatsApp me and I'll send you the opinion again. The opinion was that we must run this as a cooperative and everyone must have equal shares. So that is the opinion. And the question here was the opinion to form a cooperative final? Let us agree and discuss on the structure. It's not yet final, it's a proposal. And I guess on the general meeting, that is where we're going to discuss this. We're going to have this on the agenda. And I hope that this is very, very soon. So to everyone who wants to join this, as I said, the number is on the screen. WhatsApp me first. Don't join without WhatsApping me, because I need to clarify everything. We don't want people who join without understanding what we're trying to do. We're not just trying to raise numbers. We are trying to make sure we get the right people. Right, the name. What name are we going to operate under? So we're not going to operate under Gambakwe Housing Project. That was just how we started. We're going to operate under a different name. So the proposed name was Diaspora Investment Group, Zimbabwe Diaspora Investment Group. That is the name that was suggested, but obviously it's open. We're still open to suggestion, and it depends on what, if no one else has ever registered a name like that. So there's a lot of discussions that took place, and one of those was, what name are we going to operate under? There were 3 votes that we held on YouTube, and I will show you the results at the end. But one of the votes was that what we operate is, and the name Zimbabwe Diaspora Investment Group came out as the top one. Question: how secure is the online registration form? So there is an online registration form that we put up on Gambakwe.com. I shared the link in the WhatsApp group. The question was, is that form secure? And I would like to say to you, that form is secure. Only the administrators and the developer can see what is in that form. So you put in the form, your name, your surname, you put your ID, you put your picture, and you also put your spouse name, your spouse contact details, and your email address. If something happens to you or him, then we know who to contact so that they take over your membership. This is a family membership, so you don't have to join you and your spouse. If you join, you've joined for your spouse. And so that is simple. I need to know what happens to the funding when we're over 50. Okay, very, very good question. When we get to 100, what happens to the project fee? We raise 1 million, what is going to happen to it? First and foremost, for now, the money is going to Gambakwe YouTube channel, because that's how we started this. There's going to be financial statements, and there will be an accountant. After that, when this period, when everyone is there, the funds are going to be handled in a trust. So I want to leave it there. The detail is going to come in the WhatsApp groups to the people who are there. Then when we do our transactions, when we have our costs, that money is going to come from there. And obviously, the money can't be held by Gambakwe. There is no reason for me to handle a cent of the money that we actually currently collect, because To me, the benefit is not in collecting money from anyone. What is coming down the road is amazing. And I want you guys to have that vision of where we are going. If we just work together, we can move a mountain or mountains, because there is a lot that is going to happen in the future. So we should not try to work on this 1 million that we're collecting now. Think about what is going to happen when we have a business in a community that is generating funds, that is generating money. And you will see why it's important for us to manage this stage very, very well. There is no question. If we don't manage this stage properly, everything won't work. So we all have to work together to make this stage work. Right, let's go to, there was a discussion whether we should stop at 50. And that we had a vote on that, and there was an inconclusive vote. It's not clear. People don't want to stop. Some people want to stop, some people want to go. So we're going to continue to the 100 members. Right, unanswered questions. There are questions that I didn't have an opportunity to answer because obviously I'm busy with other things. Why are we having issues with people in Botswana? Right, why can't people in Botswana join? Why can't people in Namibia join? Why can't people in Zimbabwe join? The answer is that I do not know. YouTube does not allow them. So at the moment, they cannot join. So I will have to find a solution, or we have to find a solution. Then second question, talking about documents. We've got some Zimbabweans who don't have documents, who are overseas, or who are using different names. What documents should they use? And the answer that I can give you is that if you're in that case, in that particular situation, phone me. Don't go into the form and fill it in. Phone me and have a chat with me, and let's talk about the solution for you in your particular case. So it's not everyone who's got the same case. Then the votes that we had 3. What name should we register the group as? And the answer was Zimbabwe Diaspora Investors Group. Should we approach the government for land? That question, we put it on the vote, and the majority was yes. Should we limit our membership to 50? That was inconclusive. We had 54% yes, 42% no, and the rest were not sure. So we're going to continue to 100. Then suggestions. Gambakwe, my suggestion is that we use the next 2 months for brainstorming, introductions, getting to know each other, while waiting for the remaining members to join. That was the first suggestion. Second suggestion, we need to consider moving our payments off YouTube. We're going to do that as soon as possible. We can't lose the 30%. So we'll move faster if we move off YouTube, but it has to be legal. We can't do something illegal. Gambakwe, my opinion is that we would need an agenda next time so that members can talk about it, so we don't lose, we don't just go all over the place. So on our WhatsApp groups, we are talking a lot, but we need an agenda. So I don't know how we're going to work on that. Maybe the administrator can help me, because I don't know what people want to talk about. But I try to guide the conversation. So he says we need an agenda. Right, then government involvement. My understanding that we need to get our government involved, but at what level? Are we going to engage with ZANU-PF, or are we going to engage with government? My answer is that the Zimbabwe government is our government. We need to engage that government. We need to talk to them at all levels. So that is government. If Idim Nangaba wants to meet me, I'm going to meet him. If whoever in government wants to meet me, or Mtuli Ngube, or whatever, I have to meet those people. We need to meet them. I'm going to be there next month in Zimbabwe, and I will meet everyone who is available. And anyone who can help us to get this done, we're going to meet them. We're also going to meet NASA, Old Mutual, ZIDA, Infrastructure Development Bank of Zimbabwe. We want to talk to all those people. They are our people. We're talking business here. There is no Zimbabwe that we cannot do business with. So we need to meet all those people, and we need to develop the relationships. That is very, very important. Right, let's go to another question here. Someone here is saying, I think it's better to do self-funding and do it as a long-term commitment instead of involving the government. They gave their suggestion. You've got access to the group. Go and have a look and see what they're saying. There was a lot of discussion about the models. There are 3 models. Which model do we go after? Model A, Model B, or Model C? Now, the final question was, why are we closing the group at the weekend? Some people in the United States of America will be sleeping during the times that the group is open. So we should keep it open from Saturday morning to Sunday evening. And unfortunately for now, I am not going to let the group operate without an administrator. So every time the group is open, there must be an administrator. We need to manage the conversation taking place on that group, because we could easily get into trouble if we don't manage what is being discussed. There is only one purpose of the WhatsApp group. That is to discuss our cooperative, our investment group, nothing else. So we need to make sure that everybody is only talking about the right things, and the right things is business related. Then I want to go to the last question. Right. Someone suggested a seal on the certificate because it might be a good idea for it to be authentic. So I sent out a copy of the certificate that was designed by our designer. So it's going to be done. There will be a seal. It is going to be properly done. And all this admin is going to be done. We're doing it here as Gambakwe for now, but there will need to be structure going forward. I can't continue doing everything. However, I need to be clear about 2 things. Anything to do with the funds is going to be managed strictly from the Gambakwe side. We are responsible. If something goes wrong with the funds, I am totally responsible. There is no one else. So I am the guy you must look and face. So I can't point at another name to say who else did this. So I'm responsible, and I'm going to be managing that side of things. I'll make sure that we don't have a situation, especially because we don't know each other. We are all over the world. Of all the people that are in the group, there is no one that I've ever met. Well, there's a few guys I've met. But I want to make sure that our funds are secured. So I'm going to be very, very responsible for that. I'm going to be responsible for strategy, and I'm going to be responsible for the negotiations, and I'll keep them here openly. While the group or the members, your responsibility is to manage governance, to make sure that everything's approved, everything's above board, and to make decisions. So we need to separate all these 2 things until we have sufficiently have a structure that can manage. So during this stage, when there's 2 coming up, we need to make sure that everything's above board. And I'll be here every week, at least 2 or 3 times, to update you so that we know where we are, what is happening, and why it is happening. Right, I want to now close this. I've talked for too long. One-on-one, it would be amazing if we could use Zimbabwean contractors and employ youths in these projects. You know, it hurts me, man. I want to tell you, every morning I leave my house, I see at least 200 to 300 Zimbabweans standing around on the road looking for a job. That should not happen. In South Africa, I want us to say in the next 10 years, there is no Zimbabwean who's coming to South Africa to look for a job, because there is nothing here that is not there in Zimbabwe. The only thing that we're lacking right now is order. We need to be organized. These young guys, the ones that are fixing a plug or painting a house or making a garden, there's all these things are there in Zimbabwe. What we're lacking is cash. So all the Zimbabweans came down here, and the people that are cleaning our houses and gardening they're coming down to follow us. Let's make this work. This will be a model for how to fix this whole situation. And I'm telling you, we are going to do this. We're going to use our contractors. We're going to make this work. Ngube, you're saying I asked for details, but you never came back to me. Right, here is my number, Ngube. There is no way of joining this group without talking to me. It's not possible. You have to talk to me because I want you to understand what you're doing. We are not doing a simple thing. And if we get to 100, don't complain that I asked you details, but you didn't. I want you to call me and talk to me on the phone. So phone my number. There is my number on WhatsApp, and we'll talk. There is no other way of doing this. There is no remote control way of doing this. Right. I am going back to Zimbabwe in a few months. Am I allowed to join? Please clarify for me. You join through your card. If your card has got money, you join. But don't join and then quit after 3 months because it's not refundable. Make sure you make up a decision, make up your mind before you join. All right. Is it a Ponzi? Right. Let me answer you. What is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme, and I am telling you this because I'm a certified fraud examiner. A Ponzi scheme is where you take money from one person who joined today, and you pay the guy who joined tomorrow. And then the guy who comes tomorrow, the next day, you pay them with the money that is of the guy who joined last week. This is not it. But I want to encourage everyone who's not sure. Do not join. I want to encourage you to do this because Zimbabweans have lost a lot of money. A lot of people have gone into projects and they lost money. Do not join this project. This is my encouragement to you. So you see, I'm not even being sarcastic here. Do not join. You remember how long back our fathers, they used to do burial societies. Some people were in burial societies, some people were not. You've been in a burial society for 10 years and you don't die. The other guy dies after 2 years. And who benefits? Of course, it depends on where you stand. The guy who's dead benefited because he got buried. The guy who's alive benefited because he didn't die. What am I trying to say to you? What is important to you? Are you going to want to be part of something that has got a possibility of making you money? Or are you going to be someone who is going to stand on the sidelines and do nothing? All I can say to you is, don't be the guy who does nothing. Do something. If this is not suitable for you, go to Munomutapa. You saw them yesterday. Find another group in your area. Find other Zimbabweans. I already told you, the United States have got a group that has got $500,000 already. They've raised $500,000. In the UK, there are many groups. There are groups that are raising groceries for $50 a month. Go into one of those groups, but don't do nothing. Because if you do nothing, you are getting old. As I said, everyone here, I've checked your ages. Most of the people here are above 40. You've got only 20 years left of active life. After that, you'll be a pensioner. And we are running out of time. So you need to do something, but don't always be sitting on the fence. Choose something and go with it, and you will do well. Watson Majambe, how much is required to join? Call me and we'll talk tomorrow. There's my number on the screen. And Bongano is going to call me. I think we've covered everything here. We started with Madube. She showed us a project, a farming project. Amazing stuff. Young woman doing it here in South Africa. So as I said, if you can't do it in Zimbabwe, do it where you are. There are farmers in the UK from Zimbabwe. There are business people in the UK from Zimbabwe. Do something where you are and help one or two other people. And then, obviously, we've covered a lot. Questions, suggestions, and proposals. And we also had a vote. So I think we're doing great. It's going on very, very well. We're in our second month now. And make sure you put money in your account so that when money is taken out, your card doesn't bounce. And let's keep pushing. Let's make this work and we'll succeed. Right, I don't see any other questions here that I need to answer. And I think we should call it a day. Tomorrow I'm back. I'm going to be talking to Mr. Tinashe Jonasi. Zimbabwe is going to be readmitted into the Commonwealth very, very soon. They are trying to get back into the Commonwealth. So we want to discuss that. What is that about? Is it good or bad? And then during the week, we've got more other conversations going on. And I'll be back with this update on Saturday again. We talk on Saturday or even on Sunday next week after we talk. But I'll try to come also before that so that we can give you an update if anything new comes up. Right, thank you very much for watching. And let me leave you to it. We'll talk again next week.
Gambakwe.